Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today we're taking a look at a knife to where if you didn't see the clip side of this knife and you've never seen it, you'd probably really struggle to guess where this knife came from. Let's bust this blade out here. Ooh, it kicks out so good. There are some really good features on this knife. And I myself would probably struggle to guess where this came from if I didn't already know. And that is Remette. And this is the Remette Wild Species. Now, before I go any further into this review, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. If you like what you see, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I will continue to bring you the content. Now, let's take a look at some overall specs on this very surprising knife right here. We have an overall length coming in at 7.9 inches, a blade length of 3.6 inches, and a blade thickness at your standard 120 thousandths. Blade material is M390 with a drop point style blade, a nice thin flat grind with a handle length coming in at 4.55 inches, and a handle thickness at 482 thousandths. Handle material on this guy is titanium. You have a good old frame lock that they did a surprisingly great job with. I've had issues with some Remette frame locks in the past, and not this one. This one is good to go. User of a right hand only tip up carry, weight coming in at 4.18 ounces. And a price that I think is a pretty darn reasonable $188.86. Now, I'm not sure if I have a discount code for this. I haven't done a lot of Remettes lately, and to be honest, I kind of get confused sometimes because all the manufacturers are throwing stuff at me with discounts and this, that, and the other. If I have a discount code available for this, it'll be linked below. So there's a potential you could maybe save 10 or 15%, but I don't know that for sure right now because I have to go back and look through my emails. So regardless, though, let's just take it at the price I mentioned, $188.86. Very surprising for $88.86. You're getting a lot for your money, and you're getting it from a company that I wouldn't have necessarily expected it from, which is nice. It's always nice for a little surprise like that. Let's do some size comparisons, see how it stacks up with other knives that kind of remind me of this. It's sort of similar to the Civivi Sakoke. It's not a spitting image. There's some noticeable differences, such as the blade shape and handle shape and length, but there's just something about it with the thumb studs and the front flipper that kind of give me some of those vibes. We'll bring out the Kaiser Milita here, which is always a beautiful knife to have on the channel. And I think that pretty much does it. You've most likely handled, if you're big into knives, a Sakoke or a Milita, two of the best knives out there from two great companies. And as you can see, it's really right in the middle there. So really nice size knife. There's very few things I don't like about this knife. This is quite easily the best knife that I have ever handled from Remette. And they've done some things with it that I just am kind of falling in love with. First off is just the view that we're looking at right here. This is so sterile and so clean and so good looking. You would almost think it's a custom because there's just no branding. And I love that. It's so nice. We have a nice slicey blade here, 15 thousandths behind the edge on that M390 steel. That's going to be a great EDC blade. Nice little swedge up here that looks amazing. A slicey but still beefy tip. Nice jimping back here. Not the most aggressive jimping in the world, but I would consider it functional jimping. You have some nice blue inlays on the thumb studs, and when the moment I took this knife out of the box, I saw those thumb studs and I thought, oh God, this is going to be a slippery nightmare. And the way they did this, the insert sticks up enough to where it provides like a jimping step layer thingy. And it's so easy to kick this blade out. Like, I can't believe how easy it is to kick the blade out, even though my finger slipped there. Under the camera is always a different story, but it is so good, so enjoyable, especially with just the thumb. It's pretty easy to middle finger flick, but man, oh man, that thumb flick, it's very much reminds me of the Civivi Sakoki in terms of placement and just overall action. Really, really impressive there. And then just the way the blade melts into the handle. Very, very smooth lines. Very nice ergos. There's just nothing wrong here. There's absolutely nothing wrong. The only thing that kind of throws it off a little aesthetically for me is kind of the way they did this flipper tab. And maybe it's just me being weird, but I don't know if I really need that little like cutout area there. I think I would kind of like to just see that be full, to be honest. Yeah, the jimping works really, really well. Wouldn't have minded it being a little tighter pattern, maybe a little more of a grippy area up there, but I haven't had many failures, and to be honest, it's pretty enjoyable, and it is, I swear, it is, hold on, okay, maybe it's a little harder than I thought it was. I swear I did it once, but okay, maybe it's not reach around approved. Okay. It is not reach around approved. We're going to just be on the safe side here. But in terms of just front flippability, it's pretty easy, pretty enjoyable. No real issues there. But I am here for the thumb studs on this one. Excellent thumb stud action. Very smooth ergos. This here will probably, for some people, be a nuisance, and for other people, they're going to love it. That completely depends on your hand and how you prefer to hold a knife. If you choke up a lot, it's really good. If you kind of want to go far back, it's good. If you want to hold it right in the middle, depending on your finger and hand size and all that stuff, may or may not feel good to some people. But I don't really have any issues with it. I think overall, I think it's very, very nice in the ergo department. The clip works well. Nice tension. Kind of got your little ballpoint style contact point down there. That works really well. Got your lanyard hole incorporated into the back spacer. And overall, it's just, I really, really, really enjoy the look of this knife when it's open. Like I said, it really does almost looks like a custom. It almost kind of reminds me of the James brand. Like, I think it's just the inlay in the thumb stud and the simplicity of it. But it kind of reminds me like it's something the James brand would be throwing at us. But, I mean, it's not. It's not. This is a Remette, and I tell you what, I am not disappointed with it. This is a pretty nice knife, very underrated. I haven't really heard a lot about it or seen many videos of it, but I love it. I mean, the action is great. It's really hard to knock it, especially if you can get it for less than the 188. Like, if you can get this knife maybe for 150 somewhere on sale, like, this is a fantastic knife. So, really impressed with what Remette is bringing to the table here. I don't know if they have improved some manufacturing processes or what, but yeah, I'm a fan. I think it's great. Nice, surprising little piece to come out of Remette. Let me know what you guys think of this knife and your experiences with Remette. Have you bought from them before? Have you been a good or bad experience? Let me know. But yeah, that is a review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.